Graduates, please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and for the invocation, which will be sung by the University of Arkansas Schola Cantorum, directed by Dr. Stephen Caldwell of the Department of Music.
Oh, say, can you see my daughter light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight last evening, who so bright and bright stars to heaven aside. For the rampart we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air, gave proof to the night that the flag was still there.
You may be seated. Again, good morning to everyone. This is a wonderful day. It is a wonderful day. It made me think of the Temptations. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, graduates of the class of 2023, parents, friends of graduates, welcome to our 37th fall commencement. We are here to honor individuals who have completed the requirements of degrees conferred by this university. This is the most satisfying event in the life of the university. Today, we acknowledge the work of the faculty and the achievement of our students who are graduating today. More than 6,300 students will receive degrees on our campus this academic year. I think that deserves a round of applause. The University of Arkansas Governing Board is composed of 10 distinguished citizens of Arkansas. I am pleased to introduce the chairman of the Board of Trustees, the Honorable Morrill Harriman of Rogers. Also with us today are University of Arkansas System President Dr. Don Bobbitt and Vice President for Agriculture, Dr. D.Q. Fields. I am pleased to introduce several members of the university's administration and faculty. Please withhold your applause until all introductions are made. From our campus, Dr. Samantha Robinson, Chief Marshal and Bearer of the Mace, Chair of Campus Faculty and Teaching Associate Professor of Mathematical Sciences. Dr. Terry Martin, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Dr. Ed Pohl, Dean, Graduate School and International Education. Dean Cynthia Nance, School of Law. Dr. Jean-Francois Moulinet, Dean, Dale Bumpus College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. Dr. Kathy Sloan, Dean, J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Kim Lascola Needy, Dean, College of Engineering. Lieutenant Sidney Roberts, representing the University of Arkansas's Army ROTC. Dr. Brandy Jackson, Executive Director and Associate Vice Chancellor, Arkansas Alumni Association. We are also very fortunate to have with us professionals from the Sign Language Interpreting Network who will interpret today's ceremony for persons with hearing impairment. Please join me in recognizing these participants in today's ceremony. The Honorable Morrill Harriman, Chair, University of Arkansas Board of Trustees, will now bring greetings from the Board and the University of Arkansas System.
Good morning again, and it is my distinct privilege and honor to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees and also to bring congratulations to those who will be conferred their degrees upon the successful completion of their courses. I also want to congratulate all of those people beside you and behind you. Have you looked? Take a look around you up in these bleachers. Think of all the people that have been supporting you. Maybe parents, grandparents, relatives, partners, close friends. A lot of people helped get you to this point today. A lot of people helped me, believe it or not, 51 years ago, become a first-generation graduate. And for those 51 years, I have proudly displayed 2 diplomas from this institution on my wall, and they have changed the course of my life constantly for the better. I hope they do the same for you, or your degree does the same for you. Again, congratulations on achieving this milestone.
Thank you, Chairman Harriman. Today's speaker, University of Arkansas System President Don Bobbitt. Dr. Bobbitt began his term as president on November 1, 2011. Previously, he served as provost and vice president for academic affairs at the University of Texas at Arlington from 2008 to 2011. After earning a doctorate in chemistry from Iowa State University in 1985, Bobbitt became an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. He went on to serve as Dean of J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences from 2003 to 2008. His research has been supported by a number of national corporations and organizations, including the R.W. Johnson Pharmaceutical Research Institute, the National Institutes of Health, the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and the Howard Hughes Medical Institute. He is the author or co-author of 56 refereed publications and has served on several occasions. He has been an invited speaker at the meeting of the American Chemical Association. Among his many honors at the University of Arkansas Alumni Association Award in Teaching and the Fulbright College Master of Teaching Award. Please help me welcome University of Arkansas System President Donald R. Bobbitt.
Thank you, Chancellor, and I should probably say that my mother wrote that introduction, so I probably need to thank her too. Let me begin by adding my warm voice of congratulations to the many others for your accomplishments. You have arrived at an important milestone in your career, for in this state, only 6 out of 10 people who begin college actually complete their degree. So your presence here today signals a level of commitment, a level of drive and initiative that will serve you well as you leave this institution. Like me, many, maybe most of you, did not do this alone. So on behalf of my faculty colleagues across the University of Arkansas System, I would like to offer our collective thanks to your families, to your friends, and all their important supporters who have helped you to this point in your academic careers. As Chair Harriman mentioned, I hope you will join me later in thanking them for all they have done to help you and assist you in securing your education. By virtue of my position as president, I'm afforded the opportunity to participate in a number of similar commencement ceremonies each December and May. In fact, I estimate in my 12 years as president, I have participated in over 200 such ceremonies. And I unfortunately have also heard about 200 similar addresses. In such situations, I found that brevity is not only appreciated, but in fact required. Gary Trudeau, the award-winning cartoonist of Far Side fame, once described commencement addresses as an attempt by the speaker to properly anesthetize the graduates prior to releasing them upon society. And the most remembered words, turns out, are in conclusion. Now, typically, such addresses attempt to provide ephemeral advice that can both sum up your 4 to 6 year career and provide guidance for 50 to 60 years of life, and do all that in less than 15 minutes. Well, at a similar ceremony a few years ago, I heard an address from an individual that started out very promising. Speaker told the attendees that she had only 3 main points, which seemed pretty manageable. The first point was to be true to yourself, pretty standard, and then she had 7 sub-points to color the main point. And many of those had sub-points, as if that's even a word. So you can see where this is going. About an hour later, we finished with the 3 points. So in advance of this address, I posed this question to senior leaders across the University of Arkansas System. What advice would you offer yourself at age 21 that you didn't know, but you now know to be true? And because of the need for brevity, I asked for the response to be captured in 2 to 3 sentences max. Now, these are former academics, so you understand 2 to 3 sentences. This was a tough chore for them. But from that request, several large themes emerged. First, work brings value and a feeling of accomplishment. Therefore, get a job. Hopefully one you enjoy. Pithy advice, certainly, but perhaps very appropriate. And I can see from the number of heads that are nodding up and down in the audience, this advice it resonates with a number of people. Would surprise you to know that that came from a member of the system staff who is a mother herself. And several years ago, in a commencement address at the University of Texas, 4-star Admiral William McCraven, a Navy SEAL and former member of SEAL Team 6, told the graduates to begin each day by making their bed. Because in doing so, you will have accomplished at least one thing that day. Even if your first job is not your dream job, you will learn important lessons from the experience. If nothing else, you will gain a clear understanding as to what you don't want to do for the rest of your working career. A second theme that emerged is that kindness rules. It's important to remember that almost every one of us has benefited from unexpected and undeserving acts of kindness that helped us overcome an obstacle or get through a difficult patch. It might have been a faculty member who extended a deadline, a faculty member or family member who provided financial resources, or even just a stranger who simply had a kind word or deed when you were in the midst of a struggle. Dr. Michael Moore, Vice President of Academic Affairs, likes to remind graduates when he speaks that as you go forward, be generous with your kindness. Kindness expressed toward others is often free, takes a minimal amount of time, and yet it can be the difference between success and failure for that individual. Kindness matters, and I would urge you to be kind and lift up your fellow travelers. Other advice centered on the fear of the unknown, which is a natural fear. Monster under bed is always much more fearsome until you look. But risk and fear should not be paralyzing in your life. Like poker, life has an element of risk which you cannot, in fact, you should not avoid. Managing risk is important in investing, it turns out, also in life. And because of the rapid development of new technologies, think artificial intelligence and the complexity that ensues from this application, several responders pointed out that there is no substitute for experience. Its value cannot be overestimated. Seek out those who have gone before you and use them as mentors. And when the opportunity presents itself, serve as a mentor to those that will follow you. All reasonable and useful advice, but as I contemplated this address, I still was not satisfied that I'd be able to properly characterize your time here in the context of a life still to be experienced. And my struggles toward that goal, I remembered my experience with the award-winning novel, The History of Love by Nicole Krauss, which I read as part of a one-book program during my time as provost at the University of Texas at Arlington. In such a program, all first-year students read a common book, and it becomes a source of discussion in a number of courses, including first-year English. Semester-long program typically culminates with a talk by the author who's invited to campus, and that is held near the end of the fall semester. The History of Love is a beautifully written, award-winning story of individuals and the relationships that extend across significant periods of time. I freely admit that I struggled with the book. Not that it was not compelling, it deserved every one of the awards that it garnered. But I could not seem to see the path the author intended, and frankly, because of that inability, I became frustrated and put it down several times. But after several fits and starts, I did finally power through because the author was due on campus near the end of the semester, and frankly, I didn't want to look like an idiot. And in retrospect, it was well worth the effort put forward. Because in doing so, here is what I learned from that book. In order to understand the entire story, including the beginning, which was so confusing to me, I had to read the entire book to the end. There was no shortcut to understanding. However, once I accomplished this goal, the beginning became clear, the path woven by the author was revealed, and its impact on the ending, in some ways, became known and understood. I see this as a metaphor, in some ways, for a successful marriage or a partnership. When I said my vows as a 20-something in 1980, I had absolutely no idea as to the power, empathy, heart, depth of courage of the person I was committing to. Only now, 43 years later, has all that become so very clear to me. And it occurred to me that this metaphor also applies to your our, since I'm a graduate of the University of Arkansas too, experiences at the U of A. It is among my highest professional honors to be allowed to serve as president of the University of Arkansas system. Each day offers new challenges, and as I reflect upon those challenges, in my 43 years since my commencement in Barnhill Arena, I continually see the connection between the importance of my UA experience and any successes I have had or may have in the future. In similar pattern, you cannot know or understand the challenges, the obstacles, the successes that will be your life as you leave this place today. But as someone who has walked the walk as a U of A alumnus, I want you to know that your experiences in this exceptional institution have prepared you superbly for those challenges. You too are going to have to read the entire book through to understand the importance of this beginning. That is the importance of today in shaping the life that will unfold for you. But when you do read the book all the way through, you will discover, as I have, how important this university, its faculty, and the many individuals sitting with you today that were part of that educational experience are to your future. I have saved for last this final piece of advice from my colleagues across the system. This advice comes from an individual who I admire greatly. It is a familiar saying that many of us have heard before. For my colleague, though, it has a deep and very profound meaning. Unto he or she much is given, much is expected. Now, no one works harder for the students, for the faculty, and staff of this entire University of Arkansas system than this individual. She served in the office of the Attorney General for the state of Arkansas, has served in the office of the General Counsel, not only in the U of A system, but also at other Arkansas universities. She's the product of a single-parent household with very limited financial resources. Money was scarce during her youth, and she was the first in her family to complete an undergraduate degree. For her, additional study after her baccalaureate was simply not possible, given the family's resources and the fact that her two younger sisters also had college goals. It seemed that the only solution was to seek a job and give up her dreams. However, 5 families from her church saw great potential in her and came together to provide a small monthly check that allowed her to complete law school. Absent that help, she would not have been able to do so. These selfless families helped secure her future, and in doing so, helped countless students across the University of Arkansas system who have benefited from her good work. Never underestimate the power you have to impact another person's life. I'm personally inspired by her story and the story of these 5 families. It is so typical of Arkansans to help others, even though they could not know that they would ever benefit from that support. And explains why she is the first to arrive in the office in the morning, the first to accept responsibility, and the last to leave, rather. She understands that to whom much is given, much is expected. And for her, it's not a saying, but a philosophy to be lived each and every day. In similar vein, you too have been given very much, and in the weeks, months, and years ahead that follow, it's expected that you will use your education here to create a more just and hopeful future for all of us. To paraphrase Janice Stanfield, you cannot possibly do all the good the world needs, but the world now needs all the good you can do. So thank you again for allowing me this opportunity to spend a little time today with you. I wish you Godspeed as you write your history, and know that the experiences that will shape you in the years ahead began here, and those experiences changed you as they have me in ways still to be revealed. Congratulations and good luck, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Bobbitt. We appreciate your presence here today and those inspiring words. We will now confer degrees upon the candidates. Provost Terry Martin.
In presenting the candidates for degrees, each dean will present the candidates from their college or school. After this is completed, candidates for all degrees will be asked to rise for the conferring of the degrees. Dean Ed Pohl presents the candidates from the Graduate School in International Education.
Dr. Martin, the candidates who have completed all the requirements for the master's degree and Doctor of Philosophy are recommended by the faculty and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Cynthia Nance presents the candidates from the School of Law.
Dr. Martin, I present to you the candidates who have completed all the requirements for the degrees of Masters of Laws and Juris Doctor and who are recommended by the faculty who proudly anticipate our centennial 2024 year.
Dean Jean-Francois Molinet presents the candidates from the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences.
Dr. Martin, the candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences and Bachelor of Science in Human and Environmental Sciences are recommended by the faculty and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Kathy Sloan presents the candidates from the J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Dr. Martin, the candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Social Work are presented by the fantastically creative and erudite faculty and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Kim Needy presents the candidates from the College of Engineering.
Provost Martin, the candidates completing necessary requirements for the degrees of Bachelors of Science in Biological Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Computer Science, Bachelors of Art in Computer Science, Bachelors of Science in Electrical Engineering, Bachelors of Science in Industrial Engineering, and Bachelors of Science in Mechanical Engineering are recommended by the analytical, innovative, and wicked smart faculty and presented to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Will the candidates for all degrees please rise? Chancellor Robinson, it is my privilege to present these candidates to you on behalf of the faculty, the deans, and myself, and I recommend that degrees be conferred upon them as indicated on their diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Congratulations, graduates. All right, you may be seated. We will now begin the recognition of our graduates, beginning with the hooding of our doctoral degree recipients. Dr. Martin.
We will now recognize the doctoral graduates, recipient of our highest degrees. Doctoral graduates, will you and your major advisors please rise? Students, please hand your hood to your major advisor and turn your back to him or her. Major advisors, please hood your students. You may now congratulate your student and would you may now take your seats. Next, we will recognize a student who passed away while earning a degree, whose family is here to receive the honorary posthumous degree for them. Following that recognition will be our doctoral degree recipients, followed by specialist degrees, master's degrees, and then our bachelor's degrees.
The honorary posthumous degree is awarded to Nathan Tanner McGee, who passed away while pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. His parents, Trevor and Karen McGee, will accept the degree on Nathan's behalf.
Dean Pohl will present the degrees for the graduate school. Doctoral degrees interdisciplinary programs.
Escorted by Griffiths Atungulu.
Zobair Ahmed, escorted by Lawton Nally.
Benjamin Atieno Opillo, escorted by Song Fang.
Sumana Venkat, escorted by Suresh Kumar. Seth Price, escorted by Kenneth Kavami.
Doctoral
Kyle
degrees for the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Kyle Ryan Urquhart, escorted by Kenneth Kavami. Patrick Michael Pies, escorted by Colin Hayes.
Doctoral degrees for the Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. Juanita Gil Bedoya, escorted by Alejandro Rojas.
Audra Rogers, escorted by Ken Korth.
Bernard Abik Sam, escorted by Michael Looper.
Bin Zhuo, escorted by Zhang Chao Zhao. Tatum Sims, escorted by Christopher Bry. Benjamin Parsons, escorted by Samuel Rochelle.
Doctoral degrees for the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Ayana St. Rose, escorted by Kusum Naithani.
Enoch Kudoahor, escorted by Nan Jung.
Emma Menio, escorted by Jackson Cothran. Noah Morris, escorted by Gregory Dumond. Amanda P. McGee, escorted by James G. Gigantino II.
Arkan Mahmoud Hassan, escorted by Julio Gea Banacloche.
Ariel Rogers, escorted by Yang Wang. Cameron Miller Perrine, escorted by Anna Bridges.
Doctoral degrees for the College of Engineering.
Shilpi Mukherjee, escorted by Alan Mantooth.
Hao Chen, escorted by Alan Mantooth.
Ria Paul, escorted by Alan Mantooth.
Paulo Victor de Freitas Lopez, escorted by Tom O. Spicer III. Kayla Foley, escorted by Keisha B. Walters. Masa Haseli, escorted by Jorge Almodovar.
Eric Walker, escorted by George Almodovar.
Samuel David Hodges, escorted by Julian Ferry. Ibsa Kumara Jalata, escorted by Ukash Nakarmi. Yao Wei Hu, escorted by Lu Zhang. LaTerrence Jarvis Butts, escorted by Samir M. Al-Ghazali.
Naveed, escorted by Jeff Dix. Bakhtiar Nafis, escorted by David Wheatink. Reese Landon Witt, escorted by David Wheatink.
Allison Brown.
Allison Brown.
Bailey Ashlyn McClellan.
Dean Nance will present the Juris Doctor degree for the School of Law.
Dean Pohl will present the degrees for the graduate school. Doctoral degrees in interdisciplinary programs. Aisha Olaoluwa Lawal. Master's degrees for the Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. Evans Ameao Owusu. Nalima Zipora Barasa. Elizabeth R. Berner. Paige Cummins. Matias Freitas Costa. Solomon Frimpong. Stephen Charles Harbor. Myra Mabel Herrera Rivera. Samantha K. Jones. Morgan Lee King. Jared Bradley Lynn.
Ivan L. Meyer. Brittany Nicole Miller. Kenneth Blake Nelson. Nicole Noel Noga. Samuel Olaiwola Olaoni. Osei Evelyn. Faith Acheng Uma. Odilpio Quintana Ortega. Dana Roberson. Saad Aldin Sifath. Ujwal Sikdal. Riley Tucker Smith. Melissa Ann Terry. Debbie Elizabeth Wiss.
Zachary Tepton.
Master's degrees for the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences. Matthew Bilberry. Anthony Christopher Brown. Obed Johnson.
Kelly Moreno. Michaela Danielle Marie Tolliver. Valerie Ventura.
Parto Ahmadpur Mobarake. Melissa Loney. Sonia Lynn Faulkner. Brycelyn M. Bailey. Benjamin Lewis Howard.
Gustavo Stewart Orozco Galvan. Willa Thomason. Taylor Lee Watson. Elizabeth Wood.
Master's degrees for the College of Engineering. Richie Goodman. Brock Kimball.
James Martindale III. James P. Milner. Ryan Allen Oscar. William Jackson Francis Pruce. Alexander Ray.
Nico Alacoco. Elizabeth Adeogun. David Chem. Kudjo Amankwa Nchi. Humberto Becerra. Grady Samuel Caton. Lisbeth Juarez Bartolo.
Einstein Stonestreet.
Zachary Chapman. Adrian De Luis.
Anne Duck Bui. Wang Sang Jung.
Anna Corbett.
Tanner Webb Rice. Sandra Leticia Tianchu.
Catherine Lynette Bishop.
Nikki Paulus.
Jonathan Caleb Carter. Robert Henry Egolf IV. Mohammed El Khalfi. Eli Gonzalez. Brianna Griffith. Cody Lawrence Jennings.
Brianna Raya. Jose Sanchez. Megan Willocks. Colin Nathaniel Addison Ruby. Camila Schrader.
Dante Akin. Joseph Okezie Akobundu. Joao Amaral. Joshua Earl Broussard Arrington. Alicia Balda. Priscilla Chavez. Peyton Davis. William K. Detweiler. Jacob Anthony Dort. Joshua Doherty. Jeanette Takel Ferguson. Richard Landell Holland. Brianna Hunter. Kirk Evan Hutchins. Kenneth Osahenomase Ioa. Benjamin Tyler Knuckles. Michael Keff. Angela P.
Christine
Lammy.
Holyfield. Presented by Christine Holyfield.
Angela P. Lammy. Madison Langley Walker. Reba Renee Liggett. Marquita Lolis.
Garcia Mullings. Kelsey Myers. Paris Peoples. Daniel R. Rainbolt. Matthew J. Rogau. Lena Shamp. Kelly Christina Simpson. American Sitz. Brian Teague. Leonardo Tellez. Thomas E. Thompson. Kylan Williams. Eric Zeckman.
Dean Mullinet will present the bachelor's degrees for the Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. Bryce Anderson.
Presented by John Anderson.
Aubrey Kaylin Baker. Austin Bell. James Edward Boney III. Cheyenne Lynette Russell, high distinction. Megan Bristow. Chase Copeland. Evan Feiner. Abigail Fowler. Ashley Jordan Gay. Clark Griscom, high distinction. Hayden Hodge. Kiara Hewson. John Fisher Jean. Brooklyn Nicole Johnson, high distinction. Jacob Jones. Henry Raspberry Jordan.
Gina Lane Coots Easter.
Noah Larson, high distinction. Yong Shan Lin.
Madison McDonald. Elizabeth Mantell. Max Edward Marconi. Thomas McAllister. Eric Scott Mall. Miguel Montero, highest distinction. Muhammad Ali Muhammad, high distinction. Charlie John Nolan. Abigail Norsworthy, high
Presented by
distinction.
Jason Northworthy.
Kelsey Phillips. Taylor Poole, high distinction. Maria Reynolds. Haley Mae Rowland, highest distinction. Haley Roy. Joshua Ryan. Amadeo Scott, magna cum laude with honors distinction. Jake Shelton. Lily Stultz Shepard. Caitlin Blair Simon. Alana Scogan, summa cum laude with honors distinction. Robert Cole Spainhauer. Tyler Stevens. Savannah Riley Still. Ethan Thomas Strobel. Irea Guadalupe Tamayo Paranan. Madeline Page Templeton. Kylie Ryan Threlkeld. Alex Edward Vavra. Lauren Veach, Christian Williams, Seth Wirtz,
April Dawn Anderson, Lindsay Anglin, Reina Aranibar, highest distinction. Anna Claire Burrow, Kaylee Ann Calloway, highest distinction. James Evan Carlton, Lauren Clark, Britton Dickerson, distinction. Emma Duncan, Joshua Raphael Evans, Haley Page Fearing, Liliana Farrell, Denise Hensley, distinction. Juliana Hill, Madeline James, Sydney Johnson, magna cum laude with honors distinction. Emma Grace Keller, distinction. Reagan Kemp, Callie Anna Kildow, distinction. Zoe Grace King, Anne Pham Landry, Julian Lapix,
Gentry Massey, Meadow McCamus, high distinction. Madison Mitchell, Alexis Moore, highest distinction. Skylar Montgomery, high distinction. Laura Ann Pledger, Lauren Grace Pope, distinction. Olivia Ramsey, Brooke Elaine Rice, highest distinction. Merritt Sage, high distinction. Haley Schmidt, Adrian Soria, distinction. Anna Claire Stanley, Maggie Rose Williams, highest distinction. Angelica Winters, highest distinction. Lauren Zoglin, Shelby Lynn Zunker,
Jenna Grace Head, Dean Sloan will present the bachelor's degrees for the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences. Jacob Adams, Lane McKenna Adams, Nicholas Ahrens, Jenna Allemand, Ashley Andrus, Jillian Antonowitz. Landon E. Atherton. Sadie Isabella Baxter. Cameron Nicole Bell.
Kylie Kristen Bell. John Hassan.
Michaela Benvey. Jonathan Bodie. John Berner. Meredith Boyette. Aidan Brennan. Malin Brinton. Jonathan Ralph Brooks. Caroline Rose Brown, distinction. Emily Brown. Morgan Brown. Jada P. Brunson. Gabriella Boussiere. Cameron Marie Bussman. Amber Capshaw. India Marie Carlson.
Logan Wilson.
Daisy Noemi Castro, distinction. Emily Chen. Emma Cheshire, distinction. Caitlin Klober, highest distinction. Kenneth Clark. Austin Parker Coleman. Sarah Conaway. Shannon Cook. Catherine Sienna Costantini. Jacelyn Dalrymple Couch. Lauren Cranford. Madeline Cross. Erin Culhane. Patricia Ann Doms. Jackson Daniel. Kogan Davis. Quinn Davis.
Victoria Lee Delgado.
Ethan Dennis, Latin Honors. Christopher Derryberry. Berkeley Deans. Erica Cameron Dobbs. Alyssa Doffett. Cielo Elise Donahue. Sophie Doina. Kyra Drope. Holly Dunavant. Anna Olivia Dyer. Catherine Page Eves, distinction. Grace Eichacker. Alexandra Deere Emmons. Emily Grace Evans. Emma Flake. Lydia Fletcher. Joshua Floyd. Aidan Foster, distinction.
Sydney Lee Smith, distinction.
Landon Freeman. Caitlin Frutiger. Alexander Fabian Gaspar. Alondra Gilbrecht, highest distinction. Dale Glenn. Margarita Gonzalez. Caden Gray. Abby Michelle Green. Zoe Grove, distinction. Alexandra Rayanne Guy. Caden Alex Hardy. Aubin Yvonne Harrison. Rebecca May Campbell. Sarah Ann Heath. Brooke Hennegar. Caitlin Marie Henry. Grace Hescott. William Hilliard. Teague Hinton. Peyton Renee Holmes. Jacelyn K. Holstead. Yun Hong. Emma Humphreys. Felicia Jo Ibanez. Madison Irby. Philip Jackman. Destiny Adama Jackson. William Patrick O'Neill Jarrett. Heather C. Jenkins. Scout Jerry. Caitlin Elaine Marie Johnson. Megan Amanda Johnson. Delaney Johnston. Asa Jordan. Anna Kiefer. Zachary Kiefner. Samantha Delaney LaCicero. Tap Ellen Langley. Allison Lashewski. Avery Jo Latson. Carly Luttrell, highest distinction.
Travis Mahler. Emily Manning. Ella Marshall. Meredith Martin. Stuart Martin. Esmeralda Martinez Marin. Grace Elizabeth Martinez. Josh Marvine, Latin Honors. Adele May. Julia McVeigh. Claire Jane McElroy. John Miller. Emily Medders. John Miller. Stacy Miranda. Giovanni Montejano. Catherine Morales Monge. Tiffany Moss. Hannah Music. Zoe Neighbors. Patrick Ryan Nieswender, distinction. Chandler Calvin Nichols. Greta Faith Nunnally. Anna Morgan Odell. Christina Marissa Santos Olvera. Nancy Orduña. Noah Villasana. Julia Jean Ortiz. Ahmad Pace Jr. Lorne Palladino. Gretchen Palmer. Abby Parker. Clara Elizabeth Parker. Avery Lane Pennington. Andrew Charles Perry. Emily Phillip, highest distinction. Grant Phillips. Dylan Pittman. Lily Frances Raby. Anna Natasha Razor. Tonantzin Ramirez. Jewel Reagan. Hannah Remigio. Maxwell Rice. Jessica Richards. Anna Claire Ritchie. Mason Heinrich Cole Rindfleisch. Marie Rizzo. Wyatt Robbins. Travis Michael Rohrer. Sophie Roth. Brooklyn Nicole Russell. Valerie Russell Sweeney. Anisha Salter. Mateo Sanchez Rivera. Azucena Santos. Rihanna Marie Shear, distinction. Ashley Schmidt, highest distinction. Aubrey Shaynard. Sydney Claire Seagroves, Latin honors. Emma Subold. Taylor Renee Sheffield. Jasmine Shepard. Christopher Sherlock. Sarah Silliman. Charity Smith. Jacob Parker Smith. Madison Taylor Smith. Rebecca Rose Smith. James Grant Smithson. Michelle Soto. Josie Kate Stitt, highest distinction. Katie Stoker. Elijah Stokes. Jonah Story. Bo Stuckey, Latin honors. Lucy Summerford, distinction. Amelia Claire Tatum.
Juliet Taylor, highest distinction.
Lauren Marie Taylor, highest distinction. Andrea Christine Tennyson. Amber Thalen. Kaylee Thomas. Christian Tinoco. Tyler Marie Trammell, highest distinction.
Presented by Fran Hangstrom.
Sawyer Luke Treadway. Jace Deshawn Turner. Abigail Upham. Isabella Yvonne Valdenegro, highest distinction. Rashad Beasley. Judith Vega. Clarissa E. Venerbeck. Sarah Villani, Latin honors.
TJ Villani.
Marco Antonio Villaseñor Farias. Grant Viscardis. Isabella Watson. Peyton Webb. Sydney Amanda Wells. Faith Marie West. Matthew Blake Whittle, highest distinction. Macy May Weirwill. Jansen Williams. Alyssa Wilmuth. Caroline Ann Wilson, distinction. Grace Wilson. Margaret Ann Wilson. Max Wilson. Erica Witt. Wyatt Wolf. F. Marshall Wright. Megumi Yamazaki. Aiden Yokley. Sukyoung Yu.
Khalil Allen. Grace Delaney Drennan. Jordan Eldridge. Sabella Ifland, distinction. Colleen Lloyd.
Elijah Ranspot. Gagne Kells Tucker. Madison Varnes, distinction. Augusta Zerker. Erin Rachel Morgan. Megan Green, distinction. Catherine Ryan.
Matthew Stephen Aitkins. Shahad Radwan Alfauri, highest distinction. Kariman Taufig Alseen. Sami Alshami. Summer Basford. Grace Coleman. Caitlin Finley. Louise Gihozo. Abigail Hall.
Serenity Islam.
Colin Cowich. Malia Maswe Kohler. Joseph Donald Leaf.
Cecilia McHugh. Kaylee McLean. Nadia Moliere. Jomo Osborne. Faith Palmer. Matthew Wayne Patterson, highest distinction. Nicholas Allen Pullman, Latin honors. Emma Catherine Starr, Latin honors. Wesley James Vaught, Latin honors. Courtney Watson. Cindy Her Young.
Caitlin Alexander. Jada Allen, distinction. Paige Babcock. Lily Olivia Harrop. Aline Renee Hernandez. Alondra Lopez Benitez.
Aurelie Martinez. Madison Miller, highest distinction.
Marquise Evian Mullins.
Olivia Scarborough. Guadalupe Odalis Serrano. Alexandra Schroner, highest distinction.
Dean Needy will present the bachelor's degrees for the College of Engineering. Austin Abercrombie, highest distinction. Ian Terry Bishop.
Joseph Louis Maldonado III. Luis Fernando Mejia. Yevgeny Masesnikov. Leslie Annette Pacheco. Hari Raman. Stephen Vickers.
Leo Black, magna cum laude. Connor German. Mariel Kasman. Farid Salman Abu Zayed, distinction. Jack Thomas Aper. Jordan Johnson. Anna Catherine King.
Chase Moore McElroy. Ashley Schneider. Kobe Weber.
Aaron Baker. Blake Bunnell. Dawson Dietz. Hunter Ernie. Brandon Alexander Gaddy. Shane Johnson. Bodie Brock King. Christopher Landers.
Jennifer McLean. Patrick Mucho. Ian Kevin Mugabo. Cedric Sanchez. Raymond Shane.
Mason Armstrong. Elion Dyson. Santiago Dorado Jr. Bailey Jordan Grimes, high distinction. Len Huang.
Hayden Prater.
Chihiro Asanoma, high distinction. Carson Andrew Beck, magna cum laude. Preston Birdsong, distinction. Julio Antonio Bonilla. Grant William Botti. Christopher Brown, high distinction.
Mitchell Bilak.
Maximilian Christian Chadwick, distinction.
Kirsty Fitz.
Ethan Genser. Eli J. Gedeker. Sanjog Gururaj, distinction. Caleb Holmes. Katie Kepler. Andrew Scott Kimmel. Matthew King. Jordan Charles Lyle, cum laude.
Destiny Martin. Austin Paxton. Kevin Reynolds. Samuel Henry Stark. Michael Umland, distinction. Andrew Welsh, distinction. Garrett Whitehead. Mason Woodward. Christopher Neighbors. Shirley V. Vega.
Arman Afrasiabi. Preston Cade Boskamp.
Ernesto Serna.
Max Bernards. Carter Bishop. Dalton DeGuire. Colin Donnart. Lucas Eford. Jaden Evans. Ethan Gate. Preston Glenn. Carlos Daniel Guerrero. Morgan Elizabeth Heflin. Kelsey Elizabeth Holden. Nathaniel House. Kerwin Malik Jones. Ashlyn Key. Nicholas Lachance, Andrew Leda, Landon Brooks Lemons, summa cum laude, Alexandro Lin,
Leon Malenga, Thomas Marcinkowitz, Zaid Martinez Trejo, Kobe Daniel Neal, Christopher Papania, Nestor Paralatici, Daniel Alejandro Peraza Martinez, Caden Nicholas Casey Pumavon, Keaton J. Potabom, Jace Alexander Rylas, Taryn White, Hayden Young, Colby Young, Michael Wagner, highest distinction.
Again, congratulations to each of our graduates. We're extremely proud of you. There are as many paths to graduation as there are graduates here today. A college of education is as much about learning a discipline as learning about yourself, what you value, what you're passionate about, and where you want to go. Ultimately, the sense of accomplishment is proportional to the challenges you face. Finally, I also want to recognize our graduates' parents, spouses, partners, and family members whose patience, support, and prayers have brought you to this point. Graduates, please show your appreciation for these very special people. There's another group of people whom I would like to congratulate for helping you earn your degrees. They've been mentioned today, but they deserve another mentioning, and that's our outstanding faculty. I know that they've made a difference. Please give them a round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Brandy Jackson, Executive Director and Associate Vice Chancellor for the Arkansas Alumni Association.
Thank you, Chancellor Robinson, and congratulations, graduates, on joining a community of more than 179,000 alumni around the world. As your time as students comes to a close, your time as alumni is just beginning, and you are forever a part of U of A and our Razorback family. We encourage you to stay connected with your University of Arkansas family wherever life takes you. And to help you maintain your connections and grow your alumni network, our Arkansas Alumni Association welcomes you with your first year of membership. As you leave the stage today, or as you've left the stage today, we hope that you visited our table and received your gift and gotten more information about your membership. Finally, your name will soon be engraved on Senior Walk. You are a part of a very special tradition on this campus. Cherish your name on Senior Walk and know you are forever connected and welcome here. Congratulations, my fellow alumni and my fellow graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Before we close, I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and volunteers and musicians who had a role in today's ceremony, including the members of the Faculty Brass Quintet and the Schola Cantorum, directed by Dr. Stephen Caldwell. May I ask everyone to please stand for the alma mater and recessional march before exiting Bud Walton Arena through the north and east doors. Again, heartiest congratulations to our graduates.